The wait is almost over. It is almost over. WWE 2K22. Now, if we remember, 2K20 was one of the worst 2Ks that they have ever released. That may be the worst one. I'm talking about unfucking playable. So they got a lot to work to do. And they better be transparent. Do I trust them? No. Do I love WWE, so I'm going to play it? Yes. So let's see what they got to offer. Before we get started, like and subscribe.
The moment y'all been waiting for. We are going to show you a 1v1 match between Rey Mysterio and Damian Priest. So let's roll the footage.
So at this point, one of the things we very intentionally called out to our fan base is that we have a redesigned gameplay experience. And starting with Jason, can you talk about what that means to you and how gameplay hits different?
In WWE 2K22, we have...
And here's the thing. This is not even really the important part. If anybody has any links to videos or can show me a video like saying, okay, this is what we're going to do for my GM. This is what we're going to do for my career. So we can actually get a good, decent storyline, a dynamic storyline, so we don't have to end up fighting the same person 80 times. Like, can we please get that? Can we get some new commentate? Like, we need a lot of new features. A lot of new shit. Some shit that y'all have taken out. But let's go ahead.
Completely new animation system. This system has allowed us to greatly improve the look and the feel of the characters. Basically,
to me, the look was never a problem. The feel, yeah.
The world, how they align with each other during attacks has been completely overhauled and redone.
Those punches look awful.
Players are going to notice a significant difference the moment they pick up the controller. The characters are way more responsive than they've ever been. You no longer feel like you're fighting to control your character to get them into
now I know Rey Mysterio has gained weight, but he got a weird like player model in the front.
They all connect more precisely. And that's also something that we really struggled with and took to heart and tried to resolve this year. Another key change that we've made.
Okay, one good thing that you can bank on. When a developer say that they struggle with something and they're going to try to improve it, they're really going to try to fucking improve it. Because they are acknowledging it. They're acknowledging that something is a problem, and they say we struggle with it, so we're going to prove it. So that's 1 point for them.
Here's our physics system. While the series has always had Havoc to some degree, it's primarily used for only hair and cloth simulation. For 2K22, we've completely integrated Havoc into gameplay, which has allowed us to introduce things like breakable props. The kendo stick starts to fray the more you use it. Tables, they break more dynamically. The chair even breaks. And even elements within the environment itself are now...
That table broke the same way all the other tables break.
Like the corner barricade,
I guess maybe it wasn't that middle piece.
Sequence animation. It's a really big change and has helped to make the entire gameplay experience.
I have to come to terms with, for somebody that played Raw versus SmackDown, for somebody that played all these older, I have to come to terms with this is just simulation game right now. None of the funness, none of the goofiness, none of the cartoony shit. Those days are over.
Feel more dynamic.
Awesome. Derek, same question.
So for me, when we sat down to figure out how we were going to change gameplay for 2K22, one of the biggest things that we put as a priority was making sure the game is fun in a pick up and play kind of way. I want to be able to hand the controller to all of the core actions or something you can discover just by button mashing. You should be able to basically play through a match without having known anything.
Okay, so it's no skill involved.
But another big priority for us with that is making sure we're not, smoothing over a lot of the details that
Okay, so you've mentioned new controls.
So light attacks, those are your quick strikes.
Okay, here we go.
In the game. Heavy attacks, those are kind of like strong strikes from previous years. They're bigger, slower strikes, but they deal more damage. And then finally, grapples. Those are where some of the bigger changes come into play.
What's dodge?
So you press the grapple button once to lock up with your opponent, but then from there you can press light, you can press heavy. Those will do your light and heavy grapples, but there's all sorts of other options. Irish whips, drag, carry, all of those things come from the grapple state. So once you grapple your opponent, you have a lot of possibilities opened up to you.
Okay, and I want to toss this over to Jonathan too. So opening up these possibilities, can you talk about some of the combo options that players can dive into?
Yeah, sure. I love how simple and engaging our new.
Okay, get back to the gameplay, man. We don't want to see y'all, bro.
Every superstar's moveset, but instead I practice the timing of my inputs in order to execute what our game provides. So encourage the I'm personally really excited to see what cool.
To just pick it up and playing has been. We have that for finishers last. Show off their
breakers. Instead of reversals being the only tool for countering your opponent's attack, one of the strategy for our game comes with the new defensive options that we've added this year.
Okay.
So one of the biggest examples is breakers. Instead of reversals being the only tool for countering your opponent's attacks, grapples and combos actually don't use reversals. Instead, you counter them with a breaker. So when you're doing a grapple or a combo on your...
If grapples and combos don't need the reversal button, then what the hell is the reversal button for? Running attacks?
Opponent, they can counter your opponent's attacks. Grapples and combos actually don't use reversals. Instead, you counter them with a breaker. So when you're doing a grapple or a combo on your opponent, they can counter that attack by pressing the same light, heavy, or grapple input against you. So those moves are countered with breakers. Everything else is countered with a reversal. So knowing what kind of attack you expect your opponent to perform can already prime you to know how you want to counter it.
Yo, what the fuck are they talking? Yo, I know y'all finna get pissed off because I got to rewind this one more time.
So there's already a mind grapple input against you. So those moves are countered with a grapple or a combo on your opponent. They can counter that attack by pressing the same light, heavy, or grapple input against you. So those moves are countered with breakers. Everything else is countered with a reversal. So knowing what kind of attack...
But what else is there? A grapple, a heavy, or a light attack. So if grapple, heavy, and light or need breakers, what the hell is the reversal button for?
Expect your opponent to perform can already prime you to know how you want to counter it. So there's already a mind game with that level. Then you have blocking,
even though I like that.
If you hold down the reversal button, you enter a blocking stance, and that lets you withstand light, heavy, and running attacks. And then you can counterattack faster than your opponent can after blocking. You can also dodge with the right bumper. So you can kind of choose a direction and get out of the way really quickly if you time your dodge correctly. But it's higher risk than a block. And then when you're on the ground, you also can button mash to get up faster, or you can press right bumper to do a quick get up at the cost of some resource. So when you have all of those defensive options available to you, it makes when you're on defense, that's a lot more strategic. But also when
we got to stop this right here. Let me know what the hell the grapple button, the reversal button is for. He just said grapple and combos do not use reversal. That's what he said. He said it uses breakers. So what the hell do reversals use? I guess running attacks?
In offense, you have to be careful with how you want to attack your opponent so that they don't counter you.
So our community has been speculating about the HUD and guessing what, these little glowing meters mean and all that.
Okay, yeah, we don't give a fuck about that. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments. This is weird. I kind of like the reversal system the breaker system. If I think he gonna do a light, let me press light. Or I kind of like that, but please let me know what the reversal button is gonna be. And then you said you're gonna be able to pick it up and play. That don't sound like no shit you're gonna be able to pick up and play. But here's the thing. Once we get past that, is the essence of WWE gonna be there? Am I gonna have fun? Am I going to laugh? Am I going to say that was so stupid? Or am I going to say that was so cartoonish? You got to bring that feel back. You can do all this shit, but if you don't bring that feel back, it ain't going to fucking matter. We need that WWE Raw versus... Now, I know it ain't THQ no more. I know it ain't Zooks no more. But y'all can bring back that essence. Y'all can bring back that memory. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Let me know what was your favorite all-time WWE game, and I'll holler at y'all later.